Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to talk about drop shotting. This is one of my most favorite things in the world. I've probably won more money drop shotting than any other technique out there. I've been doing it ever since 13 years old. I remember Aaron Martin's winning in Northern California where I grew up, throwing a drop shot back in 1999 on Lake Oroville. So we're going to break it down for you, keep it really simple. It's what you'll see a lot from me. If you watch any of my videos, I try to keep things really simple and just focus on efficiency. So when I break down drop shotting, there's really two different styles when I think about drop shotting. And one is gonna be a Texas rig drop shot, and the other is gonna be an open hook, open water drop shot. So basically one is used for anywhere around cover, and the other one is gonna be used more open water fish where you want an exposed hook. It's always gonna give you a better hook penetration and have a better chance at landing the fish because of that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how I tie a drop shot. And we're gonna do that on the open water setup. So this is gonna be an exposed hook, and this would be the hook or setup I would use smallmouth fishing, spotted bass fishing. If I was targeting largemouth that weren't related to cover, but pretty much it's anything that's not related to cover that's gonna get you hung up. Rocks and boulders, obviously that's gonna be okay. That's not the type of cover I'm talking about. When I talk about a Texas rig drop shot in cover, we'll get to that, but it's more about grass and wood and the things that are actually gonna get you hung up. So the first thing you do is you're gonna take your little number 2 hook right there. I don't even know if you guys can see it, but hopefully you can. Little number 2. And this is the best way to tie a drop shot. Doesn't matter if it's the open water or Texas rig one or open hook or Texas rig, but you're gonna put your hook through your weight. So you're just gonna have it dangling right there. And then what I do, my friend Clifford Pert showed this to me a long time ago, and I put a video out on it not that long ago. But you wanna thread it on right there so you have some weight on that hook. And then you wanna pick your distance that you want your leader. So in this instance, a lot of times when I'm open water drop shotting, 12 to 14 inches. And I'm gonna pinch that spot right there, so I know I have my tag in. And I'm just gonna take my finger and make a loop up there and wrap down 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then all I'm gonna do, guys, is take that tag end, go through the loop. Let's do it again. Through that loop. And now I'm gonna pull. Of course, you always wanna wet it. I'm gonna pull it down. And now I'm gonna pull my weight off the hook. I'm gonna set that down for a second. And I'm gonna pull on the hook and just kind of see where it's at. And you can see right there, that hook point is pointed down. That is not where we want it. We always want it pointed up. So I'm gonna take that tag in and just go back through the top of that hook. And that's gonna flip this hook around perfectly straight right there every single time. So that's what you want. Doesn't matter if it's the open hook technique or the Texas rig technique, but you want that hook pointed up towards the sky. And then I'm gonna thread my drop shot weight on there. So I always use these Clevis weights, the ones that you can just put the line through and pull up. It's just easy and quick. I really like those a lot. Brand doesn't matter, everybody makes them. But let's talk about this setup real quick. I use one rod with this setup, and that's a 7-foot medium action rod. So anytime I have an exposed hook on a drop shot, number 2, number 1, that's about the 2 sizes I'm gonna use more than anything else. I'm gonna have it on a 7-foot medium rod. I do like 6-pound and 8-pound braid. So it's really light braid, but it's Berkley Trilene X5, and it actually has a higher break strength than 6 or 8 pound. It actually has break strength of like 12 and 15 pounds. So if you were gonna compare them to other lines, they're really 12 or 15 pound lines, so 6 sounds light, but it's really not that light. So 7-foot medium rod, 6 or 8 pound braid. I always use 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. I would say probably 90% of the time, guys, on an open water or open hook drop shotting technique, and 8-pound fluorocarbon is just gonna do the job. Sometimes, if it's very, very tough, I will go down to 6, and never really with open water am I gonna go up to 10. 8 is really strong and does the job. And then the last thing is a Revo. This is a Revo MGX, but it's a size 30. That's the main thing, guys, is that you have a bigger reel. You want to be able to pick up line quickly. So this reel think it picks up around 40 inches of line per turn, so a little bit over 3 feet, and that's a lot of line. This fast reel is gonna allow me to make those long casts, get it in quickly, so I can, you know, throw back on another fish I might see I'm forward facing, or move to the next spot, whatever. But that's it, guys. That's the open water drop shotting setup right there. You don't need anything else, I'm telling you. I'm not telling you what brand to buy, but if you go with a rod like this, line like that, and a fast reel, and then, you know, that weight, that hook, that's gonna be great for your open water drop shotting. Now, if I'm targeting largemouth, a lot of times like I do out here on Lake Gunnersville, you know, there's a lot of grass in this lake, or other places, for instance, like at Sam Rayburn where I've caught them before, around a lot of wood, that's when I'm gonna go for the Texas rig drop shot. And this is what it's gonna look like. So you're gonna see one difference here for sure is the weight. I use these pencil style weights, or the skinnier weights, when I'm drop shotting around cover, because it comes through the cover so much better, guys, especially grass and brush. This is gonna come through a lot better than the teardrop. So the teardrop style is gonna be for that open water, open hook, and a cover, Texas rig style drop shot, heavy cover is gonna be the skinnier weight. Then I'm gonna use a 1/0 straight shank hook. You can see right there, 90% of the time, I'm gonna use some kind of 6-inch straight tail worm, just like this. And this is where I will up the line size. So I'm always gonna go with 8-pound braid on here. So again, that 15-pound break strength, heavier braid. And then if I'm drop shotting for largemouth, I'm probably always gonna have 10-pound fluorocarbon on, especially when you're talking around cover. You need to have as much going for you as possible if you're gonna put these fish in the boat. So I'd rather have 10-pound than 8-pound. I don't want to take the chance of breaking them off, and I still feel like you get just the same amount of bites. I really don't think it makes that much of a difference. But that's it, guys. All you have to do with drop shotting, don't be intimidated by it. Keep it very simple. It doesn't have to be crazy. So a 7-foot, the other thing on this one is a 7-foot medium heavy rod. I didn't touch on that, but it's a heavier rod. We have a bigger hook, so we need a stronger rod. But that's it. Like I said, keep it simple. 2 different rod sizes, a 7-foot medium heavy. Just pick the one that is gonna best suit what you're doing that day. If you're going out there in open water, pick that lighter rod, go to the lighter hook, open hook, and then if you're drop shotting for largemouth bass, put on the heavier rod, 7-foot medium heavy, same reel, a little bit heavier line, and a bigger hook, and you guys are gonna have a lot of success drop shotting. It's one of the best ways to catch fish and get bit. I've always told people, if crap really hit the fan and the world was coming to an end, I'm grabbing my drop shot rod and I'm hitting the woods, you know, and I'll start trading people fish for whatever I need, because I know I can go anywhere and catch them on a drop shot. I think I've caught one in every state I've ever been to. So it's a really cool technique, catches a lot of fish, and it's gonna work well for you guys too. So anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to watch some of these other videos on YouTube. Trying to do some tip videos for you guys. Help you learn and just share some of the knowledge that I've learned over the years. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care.